These sets of videos are designed to give you a review of the most important concepts that we covered in Chapter 3. These concepts will include absolute advantage, creating and drawing out a production possibility frontier, using the production possibility frontier to identify the opportunity cost, as well as then the comparative advantage of production. And finally, you can use the opportunity cost to identify the price under which countries will engage in trade and the gains from trade. So in this example, this model, what we have are two countries, Scotland and Ireland. Each country has their own production or their own function that allows them to produce based on inputs. In this case, the input is land. So for each acre of land, Scotland can support 20 sheep or 15 goats. Ireland, for each acre, can support 20 sheep and 20 goats. Now Scotland is slightly bigger. They have 5,000 acres, and Ireland has 4,000 acres. And so this is the framework we're going to do to answer these questions. If you need to, and I suggest that you hit pause real quick and write down this setup because we're going to refer to it as we answer these questions. All right, the first set of questions we're going to look at, who has an absolute advantage in producing goats? So absolute advantage tells us, given an input, who can produce the most with that input? So if we were to look at this, Scotland, given one input or 1 acre, they can produce 15 goats. Ireland, given 1 acre, can produce 20 goats. So because of that, Ireland would have the absolute advantage in producing goats because given the input of acre, they can produce 20 goats. Now what about sheep? Well, for sheep, it's slightly different. Because if we look at the sheep, is 1 acre for Scotland can produce 20 goats, or 20 sheep, and 1 acre for Ireland can produce 20 sheep. So in this example, neither country would have an absolute advantage in producing sheep, because given an input, 1 acre, they each can produce 20 sheep.